Are you a beginner in watercolor painting? What if I tell you, if you know this, you don't need more paints in your collection? Hi everyone, welcome to Prim Art Studio. Today we are diving into something every watercolor artist needs to know. Whether you are just starting out or need a jog your memory, in this part 1 video, I will walk you through the basics and help you to understand the watercolor. Let's do the easy part. Let's start at the very beginning with primary colors. In watercolor, the primaries are red, blue, and yellow. Primary colors are pure colors that cannot be made by mixing another colors. Think of them as your foundational building blocks. When we talk about primary colors in watercolor, we usually think red, yellow, and blue. But for more accurate and vibrant mixing, I'll be using the CMY color theory, that is cyan, magenta, and yellow. Here I am drawing a circle to explain the color wheel and lightening the dark pencil marks of the circle. For my primaries are, I'll take lemon yellow hue for yellow, Alizarin Crimson Hue for magenta, which will be traditional primary red, Turquoise for cyan, which is the traditional primary blue. I'm placing 3 primaries into the circle, leaving equal distance between them. Now we can number them as 1. Every other colors on the palette can be made by combining these 3 in different ways. These 3 gives me clean, bold secondaries when mixed. Next up is secondary colors. These colors are made by mixing 2 primary colors together. When we mix magenta with yellow, will give you an orange color. Then if we mix cyan with magenta, will give you a purple color. Finally, mix yellow with cyan will give you green. Always remember that add cyan little by to yellow because cyan is strongest color and it can overshadow yellow. Now we will number each secondary color as number 2 because it is a mixture of adding 2 primaries to get secondary, which is primary 1 plus primary 1 gives you secondary 2. Now let's go one step further to tertiary colors. Tertiary colors are made by mixing a primary with a neighboring secondary color. When you mix yellow with green will give you yellow green. When you mix blue with green will give you blue green. When you mix blue with purple will give you blue purple. When you mix red with purple will give you red purple. Then when you mix yellow with orange will give you yellow orange. When you mix red with orange will give you red orange. Let's number tertiary colors as 3. So mixing primary 1 and secondary 2 to give you a tertiary 3. Tertiary colors add complexity to your palette. They are great for achieving more realistic tones and natural gradients. Now that you know your basic color, now let's learn how they relate to each other. First, analogous colors. These are colors that sits next to each other on the color wheel. Here I have made a transition triangle so that each side shows beautiful transition between 3 primary colors. A left side shows magenta to orange to yellow. Bottom side of the triangle shows the transition from yellow to green to cyan. The right side of the triangle shows the transition from cyan to purple to magenta. They usually create harmonious, calming visuals, perfect for scenarios for landscape or dreamy skies. Then we have complementary colors. Complementary colors are colors that are opposite on the color wheel. Opposite to red lies green, and orange lies opposite to the blue, and purple lies opposite to yellow. Using them together creates contrast and drama. They make each other pop. When we mix them together, they will neutralize each other and results in a muted tones. Yellow and purple. If we mix them, they will neutralize each other, making a muted tones. So goes with green and red, give us a muted tone. When so is the same case for orange and blue. When they mix together, they will also give a muted tone. So here's your color theory in a nutshell. Primary colors are foundations. Secondary colors comes from mixing the primary colors. Tertiary colors add richness and complexity by mixing of secondary with the primary. Analogous colors are group of colors that lies close to each other making a harmony, whereas complementary colors lies opposite to each other. When mixed together, they will give muted tones. Mastering these basics will help you make smarter choices and more beautiful art. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. I'll see you with the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.